Counting blessings, learning lesson got me feeling special. Spending money, mama said, hope the Lord bless you. Everything I ever wanted, had to pray for. Anything I did wrong, had to pay for. I'll do it all again just to make you smile. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Today we got to talk about your character development. Now, when you give your life to Christ, they won't know you. Sometimes you might not know yourself. They won't even recognize you. You can walk past a person that you known prior years, and they not even going to recognize you. You might recognize them, but a lot of times you shouldn't even reach out to speak to these people because you won't have to have a big explanation of who you are. Hey, I'm so-and-so from kindergarten, middle school, high school, etc. Or I know you from this church, this neighborhood. Don't even waste your time. They won't even recognize you because you gave your life to Christ. And you're not going to be the same person that they notice. Now, in the physical, you might think, oh, we grew up together, I know this person. But when your soul is cleansed, you're a whole different person. You're not the same person that they know. Like when your soul changed, believe it or not, sometimes your appearance change. You not the same Tom, Sally, Jake, or Sarah that you grew up to be. Once you give your life to Christ and you get your calling, man, it's going to be like you shape shifted. Like if you seen the movie Mortal Kombat back in the day, or the newer ones, Shang Tsung was a shape shifter, so he would change his appearance. And it's a little bit like that. You're not going to be the same person that everybody knew. Now, sometimes your family won't even recognize you. I've been around family members who didn't recognize me. Even this past weekend, because I gave my life to Christ, they don't see the little child that you used to be, that teenager that you used to be, even that person you was 5 years ago, before you gave your life to Christ. Now, as I like to say, you're not the same baby that was in that crib. You're a whole different person. Now, let's say we going back to the Bible where Saul was against Christ. Later on in the Bible, he changed his name to Paul, and he was for Christ. It's kind of like that. It's like a story I told on a previous video a few months ago about Melvin, somebody I grew up with, and Melvin was a bad kid, and I used to hang with Melvin, and I say around the years of, I was like 12, and my cousin was like 13, we used to hang with Melvin. And then let's say the time around high school, I think we was like 15 years old, and we see Melvin, but Melvin gave his life to Christ. So we see Melvin walking up. We like, hey, what's going on, Melvin? Melvin had the Bible. And Melvin was talking different, dressing different. He wasn't the same baby that was in that crib. Melvin gave his life to Christ, and he was speaking the word. Around that time, me and the people I grew up with was of this world. We wasn't trying to hear that, so we kind of distanced ourselves from Melvin. So Melvin was shape-shifted. Now, I gave my life to Christ, and now I'm unrecognizable to old friends, family members, old co-workers. People who know me might walk right by me, don't recognize me, because basically I shape-shifted. So once you give your life to Christ, don't take it to heart that people don't recognize you. And a lot of times, don't even waste your time trying to get them to recognize you, because that means they are still of this world. Now, people who gave their life to Christ, yeah, they're going to recognize you. But people who still of this world, still sinning, still working for the devil, they ain't going to want nothing to do with you. A lot of times, they might turn on you, want to fight you, argue, slander your name, talk behind your back, etc. Because when people of this world, they don't like people who gave their life to Christ. Like when people be giving out the books, the daily bread, etc. People, oh, I don't want that, I don't want that. People don't like people who is for Christ. You would be surprised how many people are controlled by Satan. Satan said, since he couldn't make his own government in heaven, he was going to take the people from earth and bring them to hell. So he got a lot of people down here, and they will be against you once you give your life to Christ. Like I say, Saul had to change his name to Paul. Now, it's a lot of controversy about that in the Bible, but it's basically him giving his life to Christ, changing to a whole different person. His soul was different. So, of course, he changed his name. Therefore, I had to change my name on this platform, from what it was Murder Inky, but I gave my life to Christ. Therefore, as you can see, I lost my verification badge, and now it's Inky Bless. But nothing of this world is more important than Christ. So losing anything, any prized possession, if you give it more respect than Christ, then you haven't changed. You still of this world. But once you give your life to Christ, expect the unexpected. People in your neighborhood will be against you. And just like in the Bible it says, people in your own household will turn against you. So you have to be prepared for that. God is good all the time. But God also says in the Bible, be ready with the sword to protect, because it's a spiritual warfare, key word, war, that you will have to go through once you give your life to Christ. Now, demons on this earth, that's real. You see, the murder rate is so high. We got wars going on. We have sicknesses, people starting sicknesses. Corona was created by man. So spiritual warfare is real. And like I said, they won't be able to recognize you. So don't think it's going to be easy once you give your life to Christ, but you will be protected by the Divine One, the Most High, and the angels that's protecting you. But that's all I got for y'all today. Until next time, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace.